order. I'm here, Tom's here, Justin's here. For reports and presentations, Brian.
The last weekly staff summary I sent out was last week. I was working on another one this week, but I got news that HR generalist is submitted her resignation. She's moving to Texas. So that threw me for a loop, and so I'm working on that. But there's a lot of other recruitments happening. A lot of people are getting promoted within the city, moving to other positions. So those are opening up, backfilling those positions. So a lot of movement. I don't have the specifics today with me, but a lot of recruitment going on here. Which is, it's great that people are getting promoted and there's new opportunities to be created, but it just creates more these lower level to move people in. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Reports and presentations. We did that. Business action and action items. That's going to be Marie's disposal. So it says Leslie. Then.
Yes. Hi. Annually, Murray's brings forward a notice of rate adjustment. So that's what's included in your agenda. We've had a contract with them since 2004. Last year, we did an amendment number 3. And so this is the rate increase for 2023. Under section 7, it kind of outlines what the requirements are for that. So one of them is that goes with the CPI, and this year there's a change of 5.01%. And then also section 7 allows for disposal fee adjustments, and they received notice from Pierce County that the landfill rate will increase from $166.45 per ton to $171.23 per ton. So the rates included in the packet shows those adjustments to account for that. And then Josh is here if you have any questions for him.
Is that more of an increase than usual, that percent?
Yeah, it is. It tracks with what inflation has been doing. Although I will note, Leslie referenced amendment number 3, and you may recall when we presented amendment number 3 to council and extended the agreement, we actually proposed to change the relevant index from the CPIU, Seattle Tacoma Bellevue Index, to what we believe to be a more relevant index, which is the water, sewer, and trash collection index, which actually this year is favorable to the customer. 100% of that index, which is what amendment number 3 calls for, is 5.01%, as Leslie mentioned. 80% of the previous index, which is what the prior agreement or the prior amendment called for, was actually 7.15%. So this year's adjustment, while high, is favorable to the customer as compared to what the previous relevant index is.
What are you seeing what's going on with the recycles right now? We had adjusted that a few years ago, and I'm trying to get that back in line.
Yeah. So, great question. I think the last time we discussed this topic, I was happy to report to you that the adjustment that was previously done was adequate to cover what recycling was doing. That is still the case. The recycling piece, honestly, is tough and continues to be tough because it's fluid month to month. It's ultimately predicated by what the market is doing, the commodities markets are doing, which are always volatile. As I sit with you today, it's essentially no news to report. No news is good news in this case, in that it's not referenced in this year's rate adjustment.
I got one more.
Okay.
So years ago, before you took over, there was a big deal every year about the people not getting your trash service that are required to within the city.
Okay.
Is that not a big deal anymore? We haven't really talked about it at all. How many people are not getting the service?
So I do know that, I can't tell you how many are or aren't. I do know that our office manager works directly with whoever her contact is with the city to ultimately report customers that are not current on their bill, so that code enforcement can follow up to ensure that that customers, residents, have the minimum level of service required by the municipal code.
Thank you.
And I forgot. When is this coming in?
February 14th.
14.
Is it okay to go on consent or?
I'm good with it.
Yeah, that's
You
fine.
guys?
Should be fine.
Yeah, so yes.
Kelly might have a problem with it, but I think it's okay.
We'll have to wait and see. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, guys. Great job.
Thank you. Have a good
Next.
evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming.
Next will be Resolution 3111, authorizing the continuance of the professional services agreement with Summit Law Group. Dr. Bonney.
Yeah, thank you. So all of our contracts are up this year with the different labor, so AFSCME and the 3 police contracts. In the past, we have used Summit Law to negotiate the police groups, and this was, also put in the budget. But we're also adding AFSCME as having Summit be a lead negotiator for that contract as well. Partly because I'm new to the city and Jenna had done that for a while, but it's also been a few years and a lot's been going on, as you know, in the economy, and it'll be pretty, I think, consensual.
We've made some adjustments too, so it's cool. The non-rep people and stuff.
Right. Yeah. So, and I put in here where we've worked with other negotiators in the past from Summit, but John Henry will be new to us, but he has a lot of experience working for the city of Seattle or city of Tacoma. Are there any questions?
I think it's great. It really helps a lot. When we switched over years ago to that, it's having Jenna that way. Someone come inside and know the right things to ask about what we should do. Percentage wise, I'll be anxious to see where we go from here this next year.
Yeah, I think it'd be good as well. And you said this is already in the budget, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a decision part specific.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm good.
Then when is this going forward?
It is the 14th.
Could be the 14th as well.
Yeah.
February 14th.
So consent.
Everybody good for consent?
Yeah, I'm fine with
Yeah.
that.
All right, thank you. Next is ordinance D23-09, employee holidays, vacation, bereavement leave, shared leave. Back to
That's
you.
me.
Back to you. Keep going to you.
Yeah. Looked at the ordinance that we had and realized there were some updates that, just in the time that I've been here, that we might want to make related to the language in there, as well as one of the items is adding Juneteenth as a holiday. It's federally observed. The state observes it. Pierce County observes it. And I did research on the region, and many Pierce counties, but not all of them, are recognizing it as a holiday. And I have information on the holiday if you have questions about it. But that's also in there in the background summary. So I think, for quite many reasons, would recommend to add that as a holiday, recognized holiday for the staff. And that, it's one of the things that staff have been asking about too. So since this ordinance lists the holidays, we have that in there. There's also language in here to, there's some cleanup language as far as removing some of the police field assistant chiefs language because they have their own CBA now. So we would remove language referencing that. There's also language and clarifying what the, we had one floating holiday, then we had another, and that wasn't clear on when that one goes into effect. So if you're starting after July 1st, you would get one of the holidays. If you start in January 1st, you get both. So it just clears up that language. Other changes, again, are related to
So
language.
is Juneteenth a floating holiday too, or just,
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
is Juneteenth going to be a floating holiday, or is one you're going to be closed on?
No, it would be one that we would be closed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like you would, okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I think they all should have the day off and not just move to someplace else. That way they can
yeah,
recognize and stuff too.
yeah. That was how most, I think, of all the cities that I talked with, that's how they approached it. They have that day off.
Do we still have Columbus Day? Or is that not a thing anymore?
That's not a thing anymore.
Okay. That became a floating holiday.
Yeah. Could be, yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
So let's see. There's other language cleanup on clarifying on bereavement leave as well as shared leave, and adding the HR manager, someone that would work with the department director on about working who would be eligible for that.
Juneteenth is nationally and state recognized now?
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
the county.
and county.
And county, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, county. Let's see, federal holiday on recognized it in 2021. And then, so I recognize that we weren't celebrating because I interviewed on Juneteenth here. And so I was aware at my previous job that, a lot of cities were going towards that, and that if we want to be competitive with the other cities in the area for recruiting purposes and, maintaining staff, that I think would be important to recognize it. So for that reason as well.
I believe the school district is recognizing it this year as well. They didn't last year, at least not the Sumner one. I know that because that was field day. I was at my daughter's school that day as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All looks good to me.
Yeah.
That'll be February 14th as well.
That is Yes.
Consent too, what you think?
I think so. I'm good with it. You guys good with it? Yeah. Start it there. See if anybody pulls it off. Moving on to approval of meeting notes.
And you advance corrections.
Okay. Open discussion.
I don't have anything.
Easy, Sherry. Easy day for you. On a break. There she is.
No, I'm here.
Well, if we don't have
Good
any,
job, everybody.
then we're
Thank you.
adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.